Most men believe attraction must be obvious to be real. They think if a woman is interested, she will make it undeniable. She will flirt openly, text first constantly, or directly confess what she feels. But real attraction rarely begins that loudly. Especially with mature women, attraction often starts in silence. It begins with attention, observation, curiosity. She notices your calm before she notices your words. She studies your energy before she decides whether to move closer. And if you are trapped inside self-doubt, you may completely miss the signs standing right in front of you. Listen carefully, my friend. A woman may look at you twice in the same room and never say a word. She may stand near you without explaining why. She may soften her voice around you, mirror your posture, or find reasons to continue a conversation that should have already ended. And still, many men tell themselves, she is probably just being friendly. That is how men talk themselves out of seeing their own value. A Stoic man does not chase loud validation. He pays attention to patterns. He notices eye contact. He notices repeated proximity. He notices when her body relaxes around him. He notices when she listens differently than everyone else in the room. He understands that attraction is often quiet long before it becomes obvious. In this video, you will learn the subtle signs women show when they are drawn to you, why most men miss them, and how to carry yourself with calm masculine presence instead of insecurity and neediness. Stay with me, because once you understand these signals clearly, you may realize women have been noticing you far more than you thought. Let's get into it. Number 1, women notice your energy before your appearance. Let's be real, folks. Most men think attraction begins with looks alone. They believe if they are not the best-looking man in the room, women will overlook them completely. But mature attraction often works differently. A woman notices how you carry yourself before she fully notices your face. Your posture speaks before your mouth does. Your pace speaks before your words do. The way you enter a room tells people whether you are comfortable in your own skin or quietly begging for approval. Think about James, 61, from Denver. He is not flashy. No designer clothes. No loud personality. He walks into a small cafe every morning wearing simple dark jeans, a clean jacket, and calm composure. He greets people slowly. He never rushes. He never forces conversation. And over time, one of the women working there begins lingering near his table longer than necessary. At first, James assumes nothing, but then she starts remembering his order before he speaks. She smiles differently around him. She asks small personal questions. Busy day today? You always seem relaxed in the mornings. How do you do that? Now listen carefully. She was not reacting only to his appearance. She was reacting to his nervous system, his steadiness, his calm masculine energy. Women feel energy before they explain attraction logically. A man who is centered creates emotional safety. And emotional safety is magnetic. Many men sabotage themselves because their body communicates insecurity before they ever say a word. They walk too fast. They avoid eye contact. They apologize constantly. They laugh nervously. They shrink themselves without realizing it. But a Stoic man understands something important. Calmness creates gravity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." A man who controls himself becomes naturally noticeable because emotional self-command is rare. So stop obsessing over whether you are perfect looking. Focus on your energy. Slow your movements slightly. Relax your shoulders. Keep your chin level. Walk into rooms like you belong there instead of asking permission to exist. You may discover women were feeling your presence long before you realized it. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I carry calm. Stay with me because the next part explains why her attention often returns to you even when she tries to hide it. Number 2, her attention keeps returning to you. Let's be clear, folks. Attraction often reveals itself through repeated attention. A woman may look away quickly, but if her focus keeps returning to you, something inside her is curious. Most men miss this because they only look for dramatic signs. But attraction is often subtle repetition. She glances at you once, then again later. Then somehow her eyes find you across the room one more time. That pattern matters. Think about Eric, 58, from Miami. He attends a friend's dinner party and notices a woman named Laura seated across the table. Throughout the evening, he catches her looking at him during conversations. Not constantly, just enough to notice. When someone tells a joke, she checks his reaction. When he speaks, she leans slightly forward. Later, while talking to another guest, her eyes drift back toward him again. Now understand this. Laura is not accidentally noticing Eric over and over. Her attention is naturally pulling toward him because she feels something. Women often observe quietly before revealing attraction openly. They want to feel your emotional stability first. They want to see how you respond under attention. And this is where many men fail. Some men immediately look away because they feel intimidated. Others stare too intensely and create pressure. Both reactions break the natural rhythm. A Stoic man does neither. He notices calmly. He holds eye contact softly for a moment, gives a slight relaxed smile, then continues naturally. That kind of composure communicates confidence without aggression. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." If your inner state is grounded, your eyes will reflect it naturally. And remember this, one glance alone means nothing. A Stoic man does not build fantasy from a single moment. He watches patterns. Does she keep checking your reaction? Does her expression soften around you? Does her focus drift back toward you even when she is talking to others? Those repeated moments reveal far more than words. So stop dismissing every sign because self-doubt tells you it means nothing. Her attention may already be giving you the answer. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I notice patterns. Stay with me because the next part explains why women often create opportunities instead of direct approaches. Number 3, she creates opportunities for connection. Let's be real, folks. Women do not always approach directly. More often, they create situations where approaching feels natural. She chooses the seat near you. She joins your conversation circle. She walks past you repeatedly. She stays close enough that speaking becomes easy. This is how attraction often begins, through proximity. Think about Daniel, 63, from Chicago. Every Saturday morning, he visits the same bookstore cafe. One day, a woman named Helen begins appearing there regularly. At first, she sits across the room, then closer the next week. Eventually, she chooses the table beside his. Daniel assumes coincidence. But then Helen asks about the book he is reading. A few days later, she comments on the music playing inside the cafe. Another week passes, and she says, "You always seem very focused when you read." Now listen carefully. Helen is not forcing interaction. She is opening doors. Many women prefer gradual connection because it feels emotionally safer. They create opportunities instead of making dramatic moves. A man trapped in insecurity misses this completely. He explains everything away. She is just being nice. She probably talks to everyone like that. Maybe. But repeated proximity deserves awareness. A Stoic man does not rush or fantasize. He simply responds naturally. "You always pick the quiet corner too? I've seen you here a few times now." Light. Calm. No pressure. This gives her room to lean closer emotionally without feeling trapped. Attraction often begins through small, repeated moments, not giant cinematic gestures. So stop assuming coincidence every time a woman repeatedly enters your orbit. Sometimes she is creating space for connection because she wants you to notice her without forcing the moment. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I notice energy. Stay with me because the next part explains why your calm presence may hold more power than appearance ever could. Number 4, your calm presence becomes emotionally attractive. Let's be clear, folks. Mature attraction is not only about excitement. It is about emotional experience. A woman may enjoy a charming man temporarily, but she deeply remembers the man who makes her feel emotionally settled. Think about Michael, 65, from Seattle. He attends a small community event with friends. He is not the loudest man there. He does not dominate conversations or perform for attention. But whenever Michael speaks, people listen carefully. When others interrupt, he stays composed. When conversations become chaotic, he remains relaxed. And one woman at the event notices him constantly, not because he is trying to impress her, because his nervous system feels steady. Women are highly sensitive to emotional regulation. A calm man changes the emotional atmosphere around him. This is why so many women compliment a man's energy rather than his appearance directly. You're easy to talk to. You have a calming presence. I feel comfortable around you. Those are not small compliments. They reveal that your presence affects her emotionally. Many men underestimate how attractive emotional steadiness becomes with age. Youth often relies on excitement and intensity. Mature attraction values peace. A grounded man does not create emotional chaos. He creates emotional space. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And emotional calm is a form of bravery because it shows you are not ruled by anxiety or desperation. This does not mean becoming passive. Calm men still lead. They still flirt. They still show interest. but their energy remains composed. They do not chase reassurance every 5 minutes. They do not panic over silence. They do not force connection. That emotional control becomes deeply magnetic. So if women describe you as calming, steady, easy to talk to, or grounded, stop dismissing it as meaningless. Those words often carry far more attraction than surface compliments. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I stay grounded. Stay with me because the next part explains why desperate energy quietly destroys attraction. Number 5. Desperation changes the way she feels around you. Let's be honest, folks. Quiet attraction disappears quickly when a man starts chasing reassurance. A woman may already feel drawn to you. She may already enjoy your energy. But the moment your behavior becomes needy, the emotional experience changes. You start texting too much. You overanalyze every interaction. You need constant proof she still likes you. And suddenly your calm disappears. Think about Thomas, 60, from Atlanta. He meets a woman named Rebecca at a local art fair. Their conversation flows naturally. She laughs easily. She compliments his calm voice and asks personal questions. But later that night, Thomas begins doubting himself. Was she really interested? Should I text immediately? Did I say something wrong? By the next morning, he sends a long emotional message trying to confirm the connection. Rebecca responds politely, but the energy feels weaker afterward. Why? Because Thomas shifted from grounded presence into emotional pressure. A Stoic man understands something important. Attraction grows best in emotional space, not emotional chasing. If a woman gives signs of interest, receive them calmly. You do not need immediate certainty. You do not need nonstop reassurance. Observe the pattern. Let tension breathe. Allow curiosity to develop naturally. That emotional control becomes deeply magnetic. So if women describe you as calming, steady, easy to talk to, or grounded, stop dismissing it as meaningless. Those words often carry far more attraction than surface compliments. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I stay grounded. Stay with me because the next part explains why desperate energy quietly destroys attraction. Number 5. Desperation changes the way she feels around you. Let's be honest, folks. Quiet attraction disappears quickly when a man starts chasing reassurance. A woman may already feel drawn to you. She may already enjoy your energy. But the moment your behavior becomes needy, the emotional experience changes. You start texting too much. You overanalyze every interaction. You need constant proof she still likes you. And suddenly your calm disappears. Think about Thomas, 60, from Atlanta. He meets a woman named Rebecca at a local art fair. Their conversation flows naturally. She laughs easily. She compliments his calm voice and asks personal questions. But later that night, Thomas begins doubting himself. Was she really interested? Should I text immediately? Did I say something wrong? By the next morning, he sends a long emotional message trying to confirm the connection. Rebecca responds politely, but the energy feels weaker afterward. Why? Because Thomas shifted from grounded presence into emotional pressure. A Stoic man understands something important. Attraction grows best in emotional space, not emotional chasing. If a woman gives signs of interest, receive them calmly. You do not need immediate certainty. You do not need nonstop reassurance. Observe the pattern. Let tension breathe. Allow curiosity to develop naturally. Neediness often comes from believing you are not enough unless someone constantly confirms your value. But a grounded man already carries self-respect internally. He enjoys connection without clinging to it. He shows interest without panic. He stays emotionally stable whether attraction grows or fades. That emotional steadiness creates trust and desire simultaneously. So stop trying to force certainty from every interaction. Let attraction unfold naturally instead of squeezing reassurance out of it. If this speaks to you, write this in the comments. I trust myself. Stay with me because the final part explains how to embody Stoic attraction without arrogance or games. Number 6. Own your value without forcing it. Let me bring this home, folks. Real attraction is not built through performance. It is built through presence. A Stoic man does not walk into rooms trying to convince people he matters. He already knows his worth internally. That changes everything. He notices attraction without becoming arrogant. He receives compliments without shrinking. He shows interest without desperation. He remains calm whether someone chooses him or not. That is real confidence. Most men think confidence means becoming louder, more dominant, more performative. But often confidence is subtraction, not addition. Stop apologizing constantly. Stop hiding inside your phone. Stop rushing your speech. Stop assuming rejection before reality speaks. Remove what weakens your presence, and your natural magnetism becomes visible. Your attraction grows when your nervous system becomes calmer. Slow your breathing. Relax your jaw. Hold eye contact naturally. Speak with intention. Listen fully instead of waiting to impress. Women feel grounded energy before they explain it logically. And remember this, my friend. Not every woman will respond to you. That is life. Stoicism is not about controlling outcomes. It is about controlling yourself. The goal is not becoming irresistible to everyone. The goal is becoming undeniable to the right woman. The right woman will feel your steadiness. She will notice your calm. She will recognize the man beneath the performance. So stop shrinking yourself. Stop ignoring signs of attraction because self-doubt feels safer. Walk into rooms like your presence matters. Speak like your words carry weight. Hold yourself with quiet dignity. That is Stoic attraction, not arrogance, not manipulation, not chasing. Just grounded masculine presence that speaks before words ever do. If this lesson strengthened you, write this in the comments. I own my value. And remember this, folks. Women often notice far more than they say out loud. Through eye contact, proximity, attention, emotional comfort, and the way they respond to your energy, attraction quietly reveals itself long before words ever do. Your job is not to chase constant reassurance. Your job is to become aware. If this video helped you, subscribe for more lessons on Stoicism, masculine confidence, emotional mastery, in modern relationships. Thank you for watching, my friend. I will see you again tomorrow.